Ready, talk that boxing, WRT boxing show. Let's get into it. We are talking super middleweights, a fight that I am heavily intrigued at. Coming on this weekend, the 14th, World Championship type bout. Not type, World Championship title bout it is. Before we get into it, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, help this show grow. Let this be your boxing show. Not the only one. There's other one. Everyone has great content, but let this be one of your shows you come on to help my show grow, please. I appreciate it. You can follow me at Twitter at RRTB Show. RRTB Show. Now, the bout we getting into is, like it says, Rocky Feilding taking on the champion, the WBA World Super Middleweight Champion, Tyron Zeuge. I think it's Zeuge. Tyron Zeuge. Now, I've been talking middleweights for a long time on this show. I think it's a nice division, especially since the whole WBSS put that tournament going. I've been really just riding with that division. Now, if you follow the show, you know I've been speaking Caleb Plant, Rocky Feilding. Caleb Plant, Rocky Feilding. One of these two guys is going to have a breakout year in the second half of 2018. And now it's slowly been going on. So if you watch the WRT boxing, you know Mr.A, I don't go out there to the fights. I don't go camera fighters praise. I don't got no inside source. I just do a lot of crunching numbers, look at stuff. And, I guess my own little analytics. I look at the rankings and I really do some studying who's fighting who, how the people fight. And some of them stuff I've been saying, folks, is starting to come. It's starting to come true. From a long time ago, I do a quick little rant here. I told you Wilder wasn't fighting AJ. As soon as that whole fiasco started, they're like, oh, we're going to get that fight. From day one, Mr.A said, don't get too happy. This fight's not happening. I told you a list of how it's going to break down. Go check all those out. Check out Wilder. I only did like 3 AJ Wilder videos, so because I didn't believe it. I talked about that. It's coming true. I talked about Hughie Fury to putting in Caleb Kubrat Pulev. Boom, it gets announced. When James DeGale got announced, dethroned his belt, vacated his belt, I said, look out for Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. Boom, next day, Caleb Sweet Hands Plant been ordered to fight Ugatsky. So the little studying I do, it's happening, folks. Yay for me. It feels good to actually put in some hours and look at that stuff and see that, okay, it is coming through. So for the 347 of you who do subscribe to the show, hope you appreciate it. And some of the stuff that is happening is happening. I do it for us. Do it for the boxing fan, because that's ultimately what this show is. This show is hosted by a boxing fan. And it's your show. I'm just a host. So please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, grow your show to even bigger, and follow me on, again, Twitter, RRTB Show, RRTB Show. Now, after that, we'll get into this fight. So thank you for letting me say all that. Rocky Feilding, like I said, I've been speaking to him and Caleb Plant. Oh, yeah, I've been speaking to them, and they both getting their opportunity. I said it's going to be a big year for them. Here it is. Caleb Plant got his title shot. Rocky Feilding gets his title shot. Who's going to win? Who are they both going to walk away with champions? Since I said this is going to be a big year for them. Let's get into this. Now Rocky Feilding was ordered to fight Caleb Plant for an IBF eliminator. So those two are supposed to fight the winner of DeGale and Ugatsky. But we all know how that turned out. Now, here you got Rocky Feilding and Hearn chose to go to the WBA. Of course, WBA, and it's Eddie Hearn. It's like his middle name, Eddie WBA Hearn. We get a regular title shot against a young 24-year-old Tyron Zeuge. Feilding's 30 years old. like I said, his attributes ain't listed, but I know he's the taller and has a longer reach than Tyron. Tyron's what, 5'10", 5'11". Now 22-0 for the young champion, 26-1 for the challenger, 14 KOs to 12 KOs for the champion. Now going into the breakdown, in the last 5 fights, Giovanni De Carlos, Tyron looked decent. He won the second fight, KO'd him. It was a good fight, and then his next 3 fights, he looked dominant. The Isaac Ekbo until he got his nasty gash, and he kept fighting even though he kept getting headbutted. He kept fighting until they finally said, like, dude, your eye's fucked. We gotta stop the fight. Paul Smith, he dominated. Whether you say it was a slow, ugly fight or not, but Paul Smith gave him no threat. And in the second fight, the rematch for Ibo after the headbutt, he knocked him out viciously. And then you go to Rocky Feilding. John Ryder was putting work on him. David Roby, I thought David Roby was going to win. I actually did, but he knocked the shit out of David Roby. And then his last fight, you could say whatever, he hasn't fought in a while. It was a time off. It was about what? About 6 months off, maybe. Half a year, normal time. To me, the Rocky Feilding I've been pumping up on the show, he didn't look good. You know, Horshack was able to put pressure on him, catch him with some lunging shots. Feilding didn't use his height, didn't fight with his height, didn't fight with his reach. He was getting hit pretty damn easy. Now going to this fight, you know, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a very good fight. I'm surprised, but not surprised that this is not getting talked about more on YouTube. You know, I guess that's why you thumbs up and subscribe and you're on this show, because you know boxing gets covered on this show. Tyron Zeuge, WBA World Champion, Super Middleweight. I'm going to give him a more ring generalship advantage over Rocky Feilding. Rocky Feilding, to me, cannot fight going backwards. You know, I think he straightens up and he gets hit on the way. Not only does he straighten up, he straightens up and backs out in a straight line. While I believe Tyron, he could escape on angles and he could actually box going backwards. He could like jab to defend himself if he needs to. So footwork and all the ring generalship, I go with Tyron on that one. Defensively, they don't. Neither of the two do anything mind blowing. It's more gap control with the two. You know, no one's showing extra body movement, head changing levels, nothing like that. Nothing like a Lomachenko or Regis Progress. How he's always changing. None of the two does anything like that. Ben Lou does a lot of. Watch that dude on the 15th. Ben Lou, 1-0, going for a fucking title shot. And so defensively with the gap control, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Tyron because, like I said, Rocky Feilding gets a hit, you could just lunge in on him and he backs straight up. So I'm going with Tyron Lou. Now, power and the punching, I'm going with Clean Shake, the champion. I think he has faster hands. Power, I believe Rocky Feilding has because he does more of leverage with his height and he punches down. But I like how Tyron, he doubles up on his shots. He goes up to the body, down to the body, jabs up and down, doubles up with the left hooks. And Rocky Feilding is not bad. I've been pumping him up all show. I've been pumping Rocky Feilding and Caleb Plant up for a good year now, saying this is going to be their year. It just, to me, Rocky Feilding ran into, he escaped. He decided not to fight Caleb Plant and go Tyron Zeuge's right, and I think he's going to lose this fight. I believe Tyron is going to catch him with right hands, catch him backing up, punch over his jab. You know, as Rocky Feilding likes to back up, I believe Tyron's going to double up the jab, follow him in, And I think he's going to use what little ring generalship we talked about to keep resetting Rocky Feilding's feet and not be able to set up his power punch that he would like. Now, Rocky Feilding is quite capable, and he has made me eat my words again, and he might just knock Tyron Zeuge out, but I don't see it. I'm going with I'm going with a easy unanimous decision. Tyron Zeuge is still the WBA world champion. Thank you for your time and support. Thank you for tuning in. Someone, and many of you after that, take this subscriber list to 348, 349, 350. Take it up to 500. Help your show grow. Like I said, I'm just your host, asking for your support. Thank you. Follow me on Twitter, RRTB Show. Thank you.